Hello, XXX and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy, where we are hopefully finishing off the Tally Ho scenario, which is the second one of the Amiens Tonight campaign. And we are, of course, attempting to, well, essentially bypass this little village and get out of the valley as quickly as we can so we can get our force, our right hand, I think, of Third Corps towards Amiens. We know there's some light German resistance. We've killed most of it, but there is a scary looking armoured icon lurking over at the level crossing. We still haven't seen what it is yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Given there's a random 150 bonus points in the mission briefing, I suspect it's going to be for taking out that vehicle, and I suspect therefore it is a fairly chunky tank. Potentially, I don't know, Panther or maybe a Tiger. Tiger would be cruel, actually. I mean, all I've got is Sherman 75s. I don't have any of the Firefly variants with the 76mm, which is was essentially there for its armor-piercing capability for knocking out the heavier tanks. So that would see you. Interestingly, I think I mentioned at the start of this, I was listening to a book by David Render on his experiences as a Sherman troop commander in the last 11 months of the war, and they were saying when they came across Panthers, I don't think they just came across the tanks, when they came across kind of Panthers, they wouldn't bother utilising AP shells and they would just smother it with HE fire, and even that wouldn't knock it out, it would cause essentially, it would, blind the tank and cause enough damage, and it would make it pull out of its current position and therefore stop being a threat. And also the fact that these were kind of the quick firing guns, that they could get a lot of shots away in the space that the Germans could get away with one or two. But it's quite just an interesting kind of real life take on things, and obviously not at all how Combat Mission plays it, where they do attempt to engage with arm piercing rounds that unfortunately frequently padoing off the side of the heavy armor tanks. Anyway, I have started this episode with a complete meander into a different part of the world. So, things are exactly as we left on, because I'm actually recording two back-to-back for once. Look at me getting ahead of myself. We're kind of lighting up these positions. We've got some scouts going in. I'm happy for you to kind of jog in here, and then I'm going to quietly push you forward just to get some eyes down. Likewise, you gents. I'm a little leery about getting you all the way over there. But just, scooch forward a little bit. It's not going to do too much. And likewise, can you scooch forward and start engaging some of these buildings? Yes, you can. Right, just come plaster that for a minute, and we'll move on from there. And everything else is a kind of as you were. The only other question is if there's any way, shape or form we can extract our Valiant A detachment here. We shall see. Right, let's just hit the big red button. I'm not expecting too much to happen this minute beyond our fire going out to various hedgerows and buildings. There's one German pixel trooper we've seen over here, who was running away last time we saw him. Nope, there he is. Oh, someone's back in the church. Okay. We had taken out one, but I guess there's someone else in that team for now. I want to get a tank engaged in. Oh! German's starting to have a word there. We'll go back and have a look at that. Yeah, to engage in taking out this building. I feel this is a little bit of a turkey shoot at the minute. But hey, why complain if things go your way for once? So there was a brave and bold member of a German HQ unit there. Previously seen his friend at this end of the building snuffed out by 37mm HE fire. Refused to give up. And then comes a cropper. Oh, actually, it was a 37 and then a 75. Slammed into the side of the building. Bad times for all. Okay, I would like you. And again, it's this whole low light, unable to see thing. We are now almost approaching 9. It would seem to be your vision range has dropped to about 275. A frighteningly small amount of time. Look, is there any chance if we scooch just a little bit further forward? you'll be able to engage. What's ridiculous, of course, is that our infantry can, or they were being able to see and engage that position. I'm actually going to get you, well, this is dangerous, because he's got his head sticking out, he may attract MG fire, which I don't particularly want him to do. Fairly obvious reasons. And again, yeah, you're like, no, can't see this building. Could come down onto the road itself. I suppose it's fine. Yeah, good. Right, let's knock this house out. Although we could do that with... You want to do it with the Stuart instead? No, let's do it with you. I will bring you down to support. You can stop blowing up that building. Haven't seen any Germans around here. Let's keep you moving into the corners. Okay, take it a little bit slowly. You scooch forward a little bit more. You're probably a little bit ahead of yourself now, actually. Yeah. You know, for someone cowering in the bottom of this building with Panzerfaust, Panzerschreck, and pretty badly. If you spend a minute there, I'm going to be attempting to push this team. In fact, let's push half this team. In fact, let's just grab a scout member of this team. Let us not endanger more lives than we need to. Alright, get you in there. Confirm these buildings are clear or otherwise. Alright, let's spend one more minute live blowing the snot out of things. Okay, good. Nice. Oh, is that a new... I believe this might be a new position we hadn't seen previously. Yeah, because we were shooting... Or they have retreated, because we were shooting down at this lower hedgerow, I think, last time. Doesn't end particularly well for them. Oh, take that back. Oh no, things are what? What has happened here? Upper left hull penetration, where from? Could be a Panzerschreck team down here? Absolutely. Ah. Oh, the confidence now. The problem we may have is it the... I don't know how it judges relative value for our 30% losses. Yeah, there's a truck in it. It's not too concerning. That's disappointing, though. At least you're starting to engage. That's a hell of a shot, though. Fair play to that Panzerschreck team. Fair play. Right. Like you to smash that wall in if you can. This is good to get. Fine. Things seem to be pretty stable here. You to engage with that building. Gonna have you gentlemen to nip around behind. Now I don't want you to leave, actually, that's a good point. So I can't actually have you go in that building just yet. Means probably... Into this building. It depends what that resolves itself to be. If it's just a truck, then it's fine. Actually, we just come up to this fence, which is slightly disconcerting, but that little dip is safe. That's safe for many reasons. Come a good amount of getting pushed forward into that building. I don't want to rush them into here to find that this truck has infantry and like this shed at the end, which just so happens to offer a lovely flanking position as they try and get into this doorway. Because ideally that's the one I'd first get into, but I'm worried if I do that they will exit the map. Ah, I am distraught. Right, you gentlemen, I think we're going to keep going along this direction. Which is, can you cross this? You can, right. You may have to just try and sneak out the edge of the map. I am 2 Shermans down. Of course I had to be the Sherman. Right, I feel like we've caused a reasonable amount of casualty to those Germans. There's no real need for us to take them out entirely. It is, of course, exposing ourselves to various things. So let's maybe extract ourselves from this position. I'm going to break off a scout team. Hopefully do some medicating for me. And the rest of you are going to pull back. And I should probably do all these movements off camera. I would like someone watching the road, but apparently they're okay. Just in case that whatever armoured vehicle is decides to come and play ball, and you're currently shooting that. Alright. Let's run it for another minute. Let's see if we can get some confirmation of that oik. There he is. Where was it? Was that another Panzerschreck round into a tree there? That could have been a shot at the Stuart actually from this team. Yeah, it was. Okay, we can consider ourselves fortunate there. I need to get... Stop running away. You need to compose yourself and get with the program. All I really need to change is to get you to helping suppress and engage this position, which you apparently can't see. You come around this way, please. Terrible angle. Actually, ideally, I probably want... I'd like you units in about here, provided you don't get shot in the back of the head. You know what, let's just do this. Let's clear this fire order. And we'll go from there. And then I'm going to start pulling everyone out. Okay, you guys have looked after your corporal, commander, even. Let's get you heading off in the right direction as well. Good. We just have... These guys need to pull themselves together. So in fact, do I even want to spend time suppressing you? Let's give you like a 10-second pause. And let's pull out. I don't need to risk my tank anymore. There's no value to it. Things just shoot anything and everything you can see. It's fine. And I'm going to actually get you guys to quickly get into there. Almost where I think it's okay. And I'm going to take a little bit of risk. And I'm going to start having you jog places. Try and extract you. Okay. Let's run it. Second explosions, nothing too untoward. The serious ones, mind. Okay, we're in this building, no harm, no foul. Okay. Alright. So I think the plan is now one leading towards extraction. He's going to pop down and bust a hole in this fence line. You gents, I would like to put in this building. I'm also going to just park your bums here so you can see hopefully this Panzerschreck team that's potentially still lurking there. I will do that. And then we're just going to get everyone out of dodge. So please clear a path onto this roadway. And then I just need to wait for you guys to control yourselves. You guys get the truck. Take up this position. I'll leave you there for a minute or two. I'm okay leaving you there for a minute or two. Fine. But I think, I'm not sure if there's anything other particularly of note to bring up. So I might go and put some cuts in here. And bring back if and when we see anything happen. Oh, our brave and bold explorers. I'm not lying, I'll be chuffed if these guys make it out. Right, we're going to assume there's no Germans lurking over at this particular bit of the map. Which, you know, is maybe a bold assumption. Now work your way all the way out to this edge. And then really you're just going to and out. And we shall see how that goes. Okay, right, I'm going to put some cuts in, and yeah, I'll bring you back when the next exciting adventure happens. It's been relatively peaceful. We've had a modicum of excitement as we so I moved the two scouts from this building just into this side, just to get a firm contact on what I assumed to be a transport truck, which it was, and also just to clear the way for our brave and bold scouts coming in. Although we got a little bit more than perhaps bargained for, when unexpectedly the house was occupied. He gets shot, to be fair, takes a flesh wound, and then puts the German down. And then shoots him a couple more times just to make sure. Well, his mate lies outside and throws a grenade at the truck, which doesn't do very much. We can pop him with a whatchamacallit, Stuart, to finish that off and grab a few bonus points. But yeah, but that's about all that's happened. Got our kind of tripwire down here is not really doing much. We haven't seen sight of that Panzerschreck team again. We're really just waiting on this 5-troop HQ to recover themselves sufficiently to come and get in our transport. And that's kind of it. And I think we might just be heading towards the exit. We shall see. But yeah, just wanted to bring it back because I don't know, something happened. Okay, just wanted to do a quick check-in as we head towards the end. We brought a couple of Stuarts down. One of them took a lot of joy and excess amount of firing to deal with this truck. Although it did take an embarrassing long time to spot the thing just being parked beside it, but that's tanks, that's for you. But more importantly, I brought a second Stuart down just hidden in behind here to start unleashing some more firepower, and so we've destroyed this wall. So I'm pretty happy that Panzerschreck team is either dead or moved on. Meanwhile, our brave and glorious scouts have made it all the way around unmolested, and they're about to rejoin the rest of our company, which I'm pretty pleased about. My only negative is that 5 Troop HQ are still running around screaming yeah, sticking pencils up their nose and pants on their head. So that's really kind of holding up our exit plans. Still plenty of time on the clock, so I'm not overly concerned. No indication of movement. Of course, we have no eyes and ears over there now, so no guarantee, but we have got our Sherman sitting in overwatch of this dirt road in, should they come in that direction. I'm somewhat boldly expanding my infantry ring a little bit, and I say boldly because I've just taken a casualty. So I just wanted, again, a bit more comfort. And this sounds like an absolutely terrible decision. That's 3 casualties that weren't necessary. Dagnammit, Reckman, learn to rest in your laurels. Rubbish. See, if we don't get our 30%, I'm now going to question myself whether those 3 pixel trooping are the ones that push us over the edge. Spin that house down, right, okay, but somewhat converts things. I don't want to be here. Just get out of here, lads. Hopefully I don't lose any more on the way out. You can stop firing. You have now come to your senses. Get in this truck. Let's get out of here. I'm now slightly sad and slightly angry. And in fact, I'm going to start by just getting rid of one of our tanks, get them off the map. Right, are we going to make it out? Faster, faster. Oh, running into each other. Yes, we are. An unnecessary error, that one. But let's not too dishearten. Things have gone relatively well. Well, no. 1 Sherman relatively well. 2 Sherman's a bit upsetting. We'll get these guys back. Let's be thankful of that, eh? I definitely think this step was the right path to take, given the stronger resistance we've just found in the town. A better path would have been to ignore it completely, but hey-ho. I'm still not sure how the actual victory for this one's going to go. If we get our 30%, I think we'll probably come away with them. I think it's just going to be a minor victory because we're not getting bonus points. We've got a few points for inflicting damage from the Germans, but we've not really been concentrating on it. But part of me's kind of okay with that. You know, we've taken the approach that we're trying to... Well, I've taken the approach that I'm trying to be sensible and approach this as a... you know, as an actual mission, if you will. Now you guys can... I'm just going to get you guys to leave. You've done great work. You can go. So you know, my objective was to get out here with minimal casualties. We've done this more or less, with the exception of that last 3 pixel troop in there because I got greedy. I think we should probably kind of consider that a victory, even if the points don't work that way. Although if we fail our 30% casualty, then I can't really complain. And I'm going to be so curious as to how close the points were. Yep, chance of leaving the green, that's fine. About to rescue a couple more of our pixel trooping. I don't know why only one of you left. Not sure. Alright, and now we can start the mass withdrawal. It's a very bumpy truck ride. Right you go. Pull the Sherman out last. Why you haven't left, I don't know. So let's just go level 1 here and then... Actually, go in the house. I want to see if you'll leave in the house. Part of it, a little bit of an experiment there. Yeah, you come here and I can forget my mistakes. And in the next minute we'll pull out Sherman, Stuart and team... Wow, see, it might take you more than 1 minute to get in position. Yep, there they go, okay. That's good to know, but the houses definitely still count as an exit area. Makes sense, I suppose in some scenarios you could probably have that. I was going to say we're only leaving 1 dead body behind as well, we're not leaving 4. This will be a stain upon my existence. I'd be very upset if you become bogged now. So you are navigating that one. Ooh, bit of a bump. Bedford can manage it. Just about. Okay. Let's get you out. Let's get you out. Ride with you? Why not? Plenty of time spare. Oh, let's see how the points go. But I like to play these ones, the kind of get through ones. The way they're meant to, or the way they're implied to play. Maybe like. Whether that gives us the W overall, we should see. Now, I think we'll progress in the campaign irrespective of win, lose, or draw here. It's not like things go Pete Tong in the game class that whichever victory it really matters. And also, more importantly, we should get our troops carried on into the next fights. Our lone surviving Sherman. Sadder than me, but we only had 1 left. Hey ho. Let's give you a bit of a pause order so you don't get in his way. 45 seconds, I think, will do it. And I'll use up all that time. I don't imagine the Germans are coming for me, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I do like all the markings in this unit mod. Right? Adds a little bit of something to it. Of course, we won't get the confirmation that our mortars took out that anti-tank crew. Can't imagine it being anything. I'm surprised the Germans haven't gone up to the second story there, because we could have troubled move an MG position there. We never did. No, it should have been 36 on 45, but hey ho. And there we have it. Looks like he's falling from up there. Oh, you gonna make flip through. Actually, just hit the big red button, and I'll take it. Now, I think I may need to either hit the ceasefire or run to time. But I think if we just go ceasefire, that does it. Here, play automatically accept the battle will end. Yes. Minor defeat. Meh. Okay, we got our... We didn't get report line nuts. Oh, I thought we crossed that. Okay, not over that. But the important one here is... We didn't get the friendly casualties. So that was a 250 points. That was a win. That was it. Never mind this 20 points report line that I was worried about. They just got points for killing us. I don't know how close we were. actually getting that that friendly casualty bonus. I suspect because of the value of Shermans, that's what really pushed us over the edge, even though we didn't lose that many units. You know, we lost 2 Shermans, handful of tank crew, and we lost 1, 2, 3. We lost our commander off H detachment. We lost 2 scouts, just for 3. We lost the commander up in Hedgerow for 4, and these 3 guys in, so 7. So less than 30% of our infantry. We didn't lose any Stuarts, we didn't lose Bedford, we didn't lose a mortar, we lost two oh, it tells you here. 2 Shermans, and that thing, it's just a points value, it has done us in for there. So what did happen? We killed 37 of, so we killed half the infantry we came up against, and a truck, just vindictively. But again, we only got a third of the points on offer, because whatever that tank is going to be worth a huge number of points. So let's look at the map. So am I upset about it? Nah, not hugely. I'm happy enough with the kind of win there. In terms of we did what we wanted to do, minus a Sherman. Yeah, okay, it wasn't MGs, it was MP40s was doing horrible things to us. Are you kidding me? They didn't even survive. Look at the state of this. And they've got a rubbish leader. They're just regulars. And yet they nailed a Sherman up there. Well, I was talking about the kind of the randomness. Oh, I don't know why that's knocked out, but okay. Of combat sometimes, you know? It's oh, a tank hunter team. You know, we nailed that Pixtrooping over there randomly with a shot from our brain gun, and then he just happened to nail our Sherman with a long range shot from a punch wreck. And actually, that was the one that cost us the victory in the end. Yeah, curious. So there's one of you left. There's a couple of you. Oh, there's a few dead bodies in here. So we did okay. We did take out the MG team. Our large volumes fire. I'm surprised you guys survived without casualty though. Although you maybe lost some men and did some buddy aid. Tank hunter team, not that went anywhere near that. Panda Shrink team and some HQ teams, obviously trying to catch him along the main road. And finally, what was this armored beast that we were supposedly coming up against? Yeah, Panther. Yeah, I knew it was going to be something like that. That is a god-awful position. Why are you sat there? That's really bizarre. There's a few people scattered around. And I dare say a few dead bodies in amongst it. Okay. So I'm gonna take the moral victory there. Fair play to the Germans, knocking out 2 of my Shermans. One is just, yeah, I drove into a fair trap with the anti-tank gun. The other one, they got lucky, but that happens in war. I think our plan was good. I think our execution was decent. We got most of our forces out off, so c'est la vie, over and onwards. Although, are you going to kick me off the campaign? No, surely not. No, we're getting the next now. God, I had a very short second of absolutely mind-numbing panic there. Because it said game over top screen, but that was just unnecessary. Okay, so yeah, and we'll move on to the Somme next time. Hopefully we'll do a little bit more. Sounds like we're a larger force, but we'll look at that next time. I hope you have enjoyed this one. It was a bit of a quiet one. Keen to see what your thoughts are on the, well, you know, on the scoring and how all that worked. And whether you think I should be, you know, more aggressive and try to clear the town, or less aggressive and just go out of dodge. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one. Cheerio.